Hello, everyone. Today we are in our Logie session. And if you're watching this in the replay, my name is Ileane Smith, and we welcome you. We definitely want to see you joining Logie if you're an Amazon influencer or associate. So, with that, today we're going to be talking about some of the updates to the program. And I also really want to hear from all my fellow Logies who are here on the live today in the Zoom. And my first question for you guys is if you knew that Amazon has this page here. Wait a minute. This page here, which I am sharing now, that shows updates and announcements. Let me know if you have been to this page. Please type yes or no or I don't care in the chat to let me know. So, a lot of these we have gone over previously, but I just want to make sure for folks that have weren't here, and also because some of the screen shares weren't being captured. So I am going to do some screen sharing. In fact, I need to do it using eCamp, but on this particular one, it doesn't really matter. So the last update that Amazon posted was about connecting your account with Facebook. And like I said, we had gone over this before. And at the time, we all said no, we didn't have the option. So let me know if that's changed for you. And our friend Kimberly Millionaire, I don't see her here today, but she came back, I think it was like that following Monday, after checking a bunch of her different Facebook pages, and she found out that one of them did have access to the feature. So let's see. Um, People are saying no. Okay, so I'm going to put that link in the chat so that you can, when Amazon sends us these emails, sometimes it just like goes over our head like, oh gosh. And this was one that I actually missed, but because I was prepping for today, I was like, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. And I went back and found. So there's the link to the page where, of course, they only talk about all the goody updates on this page, okay? They don't talk about things like all that stuff that's confidential. All right. So, the Facebook integration. What happens when I go to my Facebook page, my main Facebook page, where I would even consider sharing any Amazon stuff? I've been monetized on that page for a long time because I know somebody said, "Well, maybe you don't have enough." I have like 11,000 followers, and just today they sent me 8 cents, so I know I'm still monetized. But when I go to the page that's for monetization, the option to connect to Amazon is not there. And I even bookmarked the page because it's not the easiest page to get to, okay? I bookmarked the page so that I can every day check. See, did I get it yet? Did I get it yet? No, still don't have it. And I'll try to find out from Kimberly how it's going for her because Kimberly is Kimberly Millionaire is a top creator and she moves a lot of product for Amazon. So if it was going to work for anybody, it would work for her. So hopefully we'll be able to get some feedback from her next time we check in with her. Okay, so I just want to go back because everybody did say no, they didn't know about the page. How do we get to that page, Sandy? Okay, I gave you the link. Francesca says, I'm part of Logie. Oh, great, Francesca. Thank you for letting me know. And I can't see Paige. Cindy, did you ever wind up seeing it? You know what? I'm going to try the eCam share. And for those of you who don't know, I am using eCam Live as my virtual camera. So there you have it. If you're looking at my screen now, you'll still see this page, updates and announcements. Okay. So I may do a couple of other screen shares that way as well, because like I said, someone left some feedback that they weren't able to see the screen shares. And you know, Zoom, Zoom do what it do. What can you say? And I'm not sure what happened there, and it doesn't matter. All right, so the next um, thing that I wanted to cover on this page was new share buttons for creators. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't really pay this one too much attention. So let's check it out. I'm actually going to use the Zoom share this time. We redesigned where you find the share button, making it easier to spread the word about your favorite finds from your phone or computer and across any type. Shoppable photos, videos, collages, idea, and media lists. The share button now lives right next to the heart icon on your content. No more hunting, it's front and center. And you know what? I probably skipped over this because I rarely use that share button, but some of you may, have noticed that it moved. Let me know if that's something that you do. Like I said, I typically don't even use that share button, so I wouldn't know if it moved or not. Cindy, can you see now? Okay. Oh, Francesca said again, I'm part of Logie, but still lost with how to use it. Okay, so Francesca, are you able to turn your mic on? And Allison says same.
Hello, can you
Hey,
hear me?
Francesca. Hey, and you got your camera on too. All right.
Yeah, I'm
So
multitasking over here.
I hear you. So how long has it been since you joined Logie?
I would say at least a month, maybe 2 months.
Okay, so relatively new. All right. So have you logged in to your dashboard and seen whether things are syncing back and forth between
So every time I
Amazon?
log into it, it always says that it's resyncing, but it never syncs.
Okay.
But okay, so before the change with the reporting and stuff, it would kind of show how it was kind of going up and down and things like that. But then ever since the change, it's just kind of blank and then says it's resyncing, but it doesn't.
Okay.
I have been sent two products from Logie,
That's my next question.
and I've done videos on them. Just posted it to Amazon because I assume that they cross post, but I don't know.
You would go to your content tab to see if it's pulling in. But I also want to encourage you all, and then this is for everyone, to check to see if the product that you received is in Creator Connections.
Okay.
I want to encourage that. In the past, we may not have encouraged that, but I think because of the reporting change and because Logie wants to make sure that there's no double dipping, meaning you're getting paid from Creative Connections and you're getting paid from Logie. So there was kind of like little back and forth months ago. But Ehud, I see that you turned your camera on, so please take the floor.
Yeah, thank you for um, being. Francesca, it's me. You can answer. I just wanted to talk to you on the phone.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Um, Francesca just raised something very important that everybody should know for people who are watching this live or watching the replay is that since Amazon made the change, also Logie made some changes. And right now we are able to get your data and your data is being syncing. However, it's not showing yet on your dashboard. So I just want everybody to know that you shouldn't worry about it too much for the next few days. And just rest assured that We have your data, the data that Amazon is providing us, and we are because Amazon changed the way that they put the data or deliver it. Then the same way that we used to show it is no longer the same data, the same way that Amazon is showing it. So that's just taking us a few more days to adjust to it and provide you with a dashboard that will show you the data the way that Amazon is showing us. And what's nice about it is that you will be able to see the data much clearer, and you will be able to make much smarter decisions as a Logie creator when it comes to Amazon, because what we do that Amazon doesn't is we take the same data, but we provide it in a much better, clearer, more visual way. So you know what products are actually moving the needle, even though it is limited to more than 4 units each sale. But for an example, we show you your best performing categories and how your categories are performing. So that's something that you will be able to see, and you'll be able to, one glance of the Logie dashboard tells you immediately, okay, my strong suit is pets product. Let me focus on that because that's where I can make the most money of. And that's kind of what you're going to be able to really see and analyze soon. The biggest benefits of Logie, because you just joined, is that you're getting amazing products matched to you. And the more you create content, you create it fast, and you create good content, the more product matches you will be able to receive from top brands on Amazon, where other creators out there keep on bombarding Amazon sellers with messages that these brands stopped reading because they're getting those thousands of automated messages. Logie works directly with the brands. The brands comes to Logie and they say, listen, we had enough of trying to go through 1,000 automatically sent messages. You take care of that for us. So that's where we shine. So now we have thousands of products by all these brands that we are actually matching with the best creators, and we send them the products. One of the most amazing things that Logie is doing. And a lot of these brands also say, and you know what? Even if we only give 3 samples of this, 7 samples of that, 14 samples of this, because it's very limited of every ASIN, so we don't saturate the product and you can still make a lot of money. Then they say, if there's other influencers that still want to get our product sample, we are willing to split the sample cost with them. So you end up paying only half of that product sample. So a lot of creators are using Logie to get products that they know that they can monetize on, products that they know that they can really create amazing content and make a lot of money, and they buy the product for only half. So that means that once they made 1 or 2 sales, boom, they already covered the cost of the sample. So that's something that is very unique to Logie and allows you to really grow and scale your influencer business without having to spend too much money. So the most important thing about Logie is that we're focused right now on what really moves the needle and not what wastes your time. A lot of creators ask for some features that we know that sound cool, but in reality, they're not really moving the needle. They just sound cool, but it doesn't really create a big impact on the creators' accounts. And because we see the data, it's easier for us to see what really moves the needle. So in the next few weeks, as we've just launched the new AI content brief generator, which is a huge launch for Logie, then in the next few weeks, you're going to see a bunch of other amazing features being launched. So I'm sure you're going to be super happy. So for those of you who see the extension syncing the data and the data is not showing yet on the dashboard, rest assured that the data is being synced correctly. But because it's a different format, then it's not showing yet on your dashboard, and it's going to be fixed in the next couple of weeks.
Thanks.
So, question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How does it really pick which items that they would send you?
I'll tell you because that's a beautiful question. We have your data. Your data is being analyzed in your account in a contained way. So meaning that only your data is being verified within your account. So It's not something that data is being used by other accounts or we're very critical about how we're actually analyzing your data. So we stay legit and give you all that benefits of knowing that it's only you. And basically that little AI agent that lives inside your account is looking at all the product samples that Logie has. And it's asking, wait, based on the data that I have, if I had all these thousands of products that Logie is going to be sending this month, which one of these products can really make an impact if I will be promoting it? That's the AI agent that lives inside your Logie account. It's asking that question every single day. And it's looking at all the products and it's letting us know that they think that there's a 78% chances of you doing really well with that product. And another AI agent for another Logie account is telling the Logie system, oh, that product samples, we believe there's a 84 chance of us actually making a buzz and generating sales for that. And another AI agents will say, oh, for the same product, we think there's a 92% chance because every AI agent lives inside a Logie creator's account and keeps on saying, how can I make more money for that Logie creator? And that's how we make the decisions. So the Logie system is looking at all these Logie agents that are representing you, and it's taking a product sample and it's asking, okay, so we have this product sample. Who is it going to be shipped out to? And then we ship it to that AI agent, to you, for an example, that you have the most likelihood of generating sales based on your data, based on the AI knowing what clicks you're getting, how many products you're selling, what's your best category, what you're talking about in your videos. Everything is being added. We have so much data that we cannot reveal because, we don't want, we're very ahead of the system and we don't want other companies to come and try to imitate what we're doing. So we have really brilliant, sophisticated ways of knowing who can actually move the needle. And that's how you're getting matched. And one of the things I will tell you, and you probably not thought about it, but is how fast you accept the product match or skip it. Both ways. Either you accept it or skip it. It's all good news. Because if you accept it, it means that you're interested. If you skip it, it tells the AI, I'm not interested in these type of products for next matches. Either way, you want to click that accept or skip very fast, because that's one of these algorithmical things that actually take, that the system is taking into account. How fast an influencer accepts or declines an offer. Because the brand wants their samples out as soon as possible. And what else does the brand want? The brands want the content to appear as fast as possible. They don't want to send a sample and wait a month, 2 months, 3 months for content to be. That's why they use Logie, because Logie guarantees that once a creator receives a sample, they have 14 days to create content. That is why all the brands come to us, because they had enough of all this back and forth, emailing, DMing, messaging, taking addresses, shipping. They want everything to be done flawlessly. So they come to Logie and they say, Logie, you're the only company that offers this service. We want to use you. So we need to make sure that the content is being done smoothly and fast. So what is the other thing that the system takes into account? How fast it took you to generate the first piece of content for that item. Because a lot of people are creating multiple types of content, which is recommended. You're already using the product, snap a picture. Make sure you put a post with a photo of that product and you're holding it or using it. Create the shoppable video. Boom, upload the shoppable video. Run a live stream once a week of all the Logie products you got. Many people are doing it, first thing, just to get that first signal to the Logie system, hey, we just generated content within 4 days. Even though we didn't even do the actual shoppable video, we put the product in our carousel and we went and did a live stream. That's a tip that someone gave that say, I'm just getting those products and I show Logie that I'm creating content for it by immediately doing a live stream. And some of them actually do the live stream in a way that they can crop it, cut it into segments and use it as shoppable video. So they shot it once, made a live stream, and each one of these parts became a shoppable video later. So just an idea. The sooner you make the content, it shows the Logie AI, hey, this content creator is accepting or skipping very, very fast. So it's good to send them a match because we know we'll get a feedback really fast. They create the content very fast. That means that if we match it with a different influencer that takes longer to create content, or worse, not even to mention not creating content, which means they'll be going to the product jail that we have. So, it doesn't the content has been created really fast. Next time we have a similar match, that creator, the AI agent of that creator told us that there's a 90% chances of them selling. And another creator told us that they had 92%. They have better chances, but it will take more time to get them to reply, to get them to create the content. So you will be getting that match because the AI will favor you for having those shorter delivery times. So that's kind of the way that we're training the algorithm to know what's the best way. It doesn't know anything. It just knows that it needs content. It needs the content fast, and it needs the content to get clicks and convert. And those are the data input that we have for you, so we're able to make it happen. Very magical, very powerful, and you know that some of the biggest Amazon influencers swear by Logie samples and Logie processes. So it's good that you're sticking around. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I also want to address a couple other feedback that we have over in the chat. And Denise, if you're still with us, Denise wants to get off of the wait list. There. Denise, are you in the Logie Facebook group? Because I'm not sure how you got stuck on the wait list. Usually when people hear about Logie, they may have like someone's referral link or something like that. And so let's see if she's responding. But we can get you off that wait list, Denise. I just need to know the best way to get in touch with you. So let me know if maybe you stepped away. All right. Also, Becky asked about video trainings. And we do, most of the veteran Logie users and the ones that come to the meetings all the time know that there is a Logie video training, and I put that link in the chat. However, with that said, those videos were made before the recent changes by Amazon. So there may be little places where it doesn't match up. Just be aware of that. And you're probably, if you're already an Amazon influencer, you're already aware that there's places that is not going to match up because the same data that you're not getting, Logie's also not able to get. So, but the process of how to use Logie, how to go through the dashboard and all that stuff is probably pretty accurate. But you can always come to the Facebook group and ask questions. Now let's see, someone else just asked about the Facebook group. Can someone please grab the link to the Facebook group and put in the chat? Please help a sister out. Anybody. But honestly, go to Facebook and just search for Logie. Okay, Ehud put it in there. So it's groups/Logie creators. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Ehud. All right, I appreciate it. Okay. So now back to these little updates. But actually, before I go back to the updates, I want to talk about the update that's not there and what I just mentioned about the changes in the reporting. Every little nugget that we can get our hands on, I think, is helpful. And I know that Alto Vise has talked about this in the past. And I think she was talking about from mobile. But I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that you can see product reports. And of course, it's only going to show your products that, you know, move the needle. I hate that saying, but everybody keeps saying it. So I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. So when you go to your offsite, you're logged in on offsite, right? Let me actually do it. Hang on, I gotta go to my earnings page. Over where the hamburger menu is on the right-hand side, of course, y'all know I can't screen share this, right? And you're going to see home is the first section, and the next section is reports. So you don't have to go far down, but you do have to click on that little carrot. And it's going to say keep track of your performance. Consolidated summary, that's not what I'm talking about. Earnings report, that's not what I'm talking about. Products, ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm talking about. Now, depending upon how much you sell or whatever, you may have to change the date range. So, like myself, I have to change it to the last 30 days. So, that is going to show you some products that have less than the 4 or 5 or whatever. And I would just curious to know how many of you have gone to that page before on desktop. Can you just say yes or no in the chat? Or if you're going there right now, yes. Okay. So Michelle, yes. Andrew, yes. Anybody else ever go into that page? Amy, no. Amy, you want to go there right now? If you're near your desktop, go there right now because you're, and I changed it to the last 30 days because it, for a month, since it's early on in the month, it didn't really show me that much. And then you can sort it by either commissions or clicks or conversions. Okay. Now, here's another little tidbit. This is not things that are monumental, but it's just make you feel a little bit better about some data that you were just wondering about. And, in Creator Connections, we have a report where we can see things that were clicked on, sales, and the default for that is 30 days. But what I found eye-opening for me is because I have a lot of Creator Connections products in my ideas list. And I know some people are like, I don't bother with ideas list. Nobody looks at the ideas list. This is how I know that people are going through my ideas list because they're clicking, even if I didn't make sales, although I did have one product that I made sales that I have no content for, and it's nowhere else. It's not on Bendable, it's not on Pinterest, it's only in an ideas list. And I made Creative Connections money off of it just from it being in the ideas list. So I know there's, like I said, we've had this conversation many times before. Some people says, you can't tell if people are going to your ideas list. Yes, this is a way to know. And even if there's only like one product from an ideas list, they didn't just stumble upon that. They were on your ideas list. Okay. And that product spoke to them or those products, how many ever they were. And even when you're just seeing clicks, you're not seeing sales, you still, okay, this ideas list is being clicked. You might not have hearts, you might not have, but, and Amazon will not give you statistics, but because it's in Creator Connections, you're seeing the clicks come through. Has anybody else noticed that? Is it just me? Unfortunately, I can't screen share any of that. But thank you, Ehud, for helping Denise out. And how many ideas lists can we have now? I never know the limit for ideas lists. I think I have about 40 of them. And Andrew says it's unlimited. Currently, Andrew is currently at 193. So here's another thing that people think about with ideas lists. Should I make them short or should I put lots and lots of stuff in them? Remember, Andrew says unlimited. So test it out. You have a short ideas list. Like, okay, for example, Mother's Day is coming, right? Your top 5 Mother's Day gift ideas. Easy to pick those out. And between Logie and Creator Connections, Super, super easy to pick those out, right? Or your top 10 even. But then you also have another list that may be, gifts for women or something like that, that may have 50 products in it. And another tip that I want to share is go through those ideas lists. That's the only thing about having too many of them, because a lot of times the products are currently unavailable and you want to get them out of there. You really do. And because, like I said, I have a lot of creator connections, and you guys may want to do that too, so you can see the clicks. Uh, I know which ideas lists are getting being clicked on. So those are the ones that is like my first priority. Okay, I'm definitely cleaning that list up and making sure all those currently unavailables are out of there. Even if it's one that is like, I really like that one. Nope, get it out of there. It's just unavailable. It may come back. That's fine. But this is only an ideas list. This isn't a product you spent money on, you invested in, you did content for. You don't even have the product. You just like the listing for whatever reason. Okay? Oh, and it's in Creator Connections. So you add it to your list. Does that make sense? Is that ringing a bell with anybody? I see some comments going on here. How does everyone organize curations? Okay, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Can you turn your mic on?
Hello.
Hi, which Lisa is this?
Here we go. I'll try to get my video going too here.
Oh,
Hi.
oh, hey, cutie pie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
So, so you have a lot of content on your storefront,
It's
or
definitely growing for
hmm.
sure.
Okay,
And I'm trying to keep it organized. And I find that that can be a challenge. I do have idea lists, of course, the videos. I do some collages. So I just started with curations. And I guess I'm just wondering what to put in curations exactly. I know you can do a mix, but then how do you differentiate the curations from the things that maybe you pin at the top? Like,
okay,
and
okay,
to have it look organized when someone goes to the storefront.
okay.
That's my challenge, if that makes sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. And to be honest with you, I don't use curations,
Okay.
but that's me.
Hmm.
But most people use them. And I heard the feedback when I posted that I was getting rid of my curations. People just they just piled in on me on one of the Facebook groups. Like, that's what I send to brands.
Hmm.
So when you want your brand that you're pitching to see all of your pet videos or
Right.
idea lists, you send them that curation.
Okay, so it's
Then,
better to have like a broad category for the curation, and then can you like you narrow it by your idea list inside for like
well,
organization
okay, all right,
or
here's the difference. Remember, on the ideas list, you don't have to have the product, you don't ever have to even see the product in person. But your
Mhm.
curations is a curation of your shoppable content. So it's a curation of the videos that you've created. And of course, you can add photos there as well.
Mhm.
And you can add an ideas list. I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't bother, but like I said, I'm not a curation fan because like you said, it looks messy. But if you're using it for brand deal and brand outreach, in that case, it's like, oh, well, look, customer, sorry, you're just gonna have to go past these curations because I got them up here for a special reason. Because customers probably don't care about your create curations. More
Okay.
so, they're looking at your ideas list. That's just my opinion. And we have a couple of top creators in here, and so I would love to hear from them. Michelle, turn your mic on.
Thank you.
Lane, turn your mic on. David, because you guys may be doing it differently. And like I said, I'm just basing it on the feedback that I got from others. I'm like you, Lisa. I'm looking at the curations that I had up there, and I was like, that looks messy. I don't like it. And I want people to see what I have pinned, but I'm thinking about customers. I'm not thinking about brand outreach. Lane, Doug, help me out here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
Michelle. Oh,
curations, I don't really use that much. I do have some just kind of pinned to the top or, put onto the top, but I don't like go out of my way to utilize them in any particular way. I guess something for someone to see up at the top that I, do create something there, but that's it.
Michelle, what were you getting ready to say? You didn't have to go away.
I was going to say that I use mine for outreach. I did have it customer centric, but I realized I don't really get that many clicks outside of Amazon. So I now use it for seller outreach. And so I put on my curations. Each of them, I have 4 pinned. Each of them have a few small things in them, a couple of videos that I feel showcase that particular thing. Like one of them is games, one of them is furniture, and then I've got a specific thing in a niche that I have that I do a lot of comparisons with. So I keep that up there because not only is it that niche, so I love crafts, but it also is comparison. So if a seller wants somebody who can do a detailed comparison, I would direct them to that curation. So those, I'm only putting 2 or 3 videos in each curation of my best videos because my only reason I have those up there is for sellers. Did that?
Anybody else? That's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
At least you confirmed you put a rubber stamp on what I said. Anybody else? Doug? Uh,
I'm sitting here looking at my storefront right now just because I
uh-huh.
was curious. I've never used a curation.
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
I've got favorite. I've got like like shopping lists, like a couple favorite shopping lists, but haven't used it.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in on this? Sandy, would you like to unmute? I see you typed something in the chat. Latoya says, I've never used curations at all. Latoya, would you want to turn your mic on? Is it something you would think? And now, here's one thing that I thought about using them on one of my international storefronts, but that's on my way down on my to-do list. You don't use the curations?
No, I don't use it at all, only because I have a certain strategy for Amazon. Like you say, I want to be able to appeal to customers. And if I am trying to sell to a brand, then I am going to send them to my UGC website where it is curated, where they can see the
Ah,
different categories of work that I can do. But then when I'm offering them the different platforms that I actually put content on, Amazon is one of them. So that's kind of my strategy of how I prefer to do it. And it just makes more sense to me.
awesome. David, can you unmute? Are you still there? You've got to be still there. Okay, David, you must not be able to unmute because Sandy. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, I'm here. Um, sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so my voice might sound a
Oh,
little off.
hope you feel
Um,
better.
I've used curations ever since they rolled it out, and I what I do is I categorize all of my videos based on very similar how Amazon categorizes their own products. So kitchen appliances is a category, cleaning household cleaning supplies might be another one. I do a lot of tech products. So that's a separate category, tech and electronics. And that way I can work with as many brands as possible. So if they specialize in tech, I can send them a link to the tech curations. But if I want to work with another brand that specializes in cleaning products, then I'll send them to that curation list I have in my storefront. So that's how I use curations. And I personally really, really like it. I also do use ideas list though, because like you pointed out earlier, ideas list, you don't actually have to have the product. right? You can recommend a product without having a video for it or having the product in hand. So I use a lot of ideas lists. Maybe not as much as some of you guys do, but I do like to use ideas lists as well. So I combine both. And I put my ideas list into my curations as well.
Uh, just real quick, how many videos or how much content do you typically have in your curations? Like the average, five,
It could
10?
be, no, it could be upwards of 100. Like every time I do my video, I try to make a point in putting it into a curation, or I'll batch group them into a curation after I've worked on, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 videos. Um, but for me, every video should be inside a curation because I don't want to miss it with the brand. And then they're like, well, no, you didn't do enough, or we didn't see what we were looking for. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So brands is a big part of your focus. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheryl, I see you have your hand up, my dear. What's going on?
I'm going to try to be nice tonight and shock Ehud. But I use curations, and one of my hot lists is my dogs because almost every video, I have videos and still pictures. And that is one thing people, I assume, love because the header picture on it is one of my dogs when she was a puppy looking out. And so she's looking right at you. And for some reason, I'm guessing because who doesn't love dogs? If you don't love dogs, you really can't be on my page. But that one does well. It has over 114 posts in that curation, and every one of them has one of my either one of my dogs or one of my friends' dogs. My furniture does pretty good because I in each of those videos I tell you whether or not it's easy to put together. I give you the measurements, that kind of stuff. So I'm also wondering with those that use curations, if you've thought about, I haven't done this yet, but that's why I'm asking. If you thought about breaking it down even further into even smaller categories. So if you do furniture, you just have bedroom furniture or kitchen furniture or living room furniture. And same with clothes. Do you have like short sets and dresses and whatever y'all wear for clothes? I don't know. But yeah, I've been wondering about that as I look because I have a lot of curations. My chicken one, it does good. It'll probably pick up now that it's spring again. But yeah, do y'all break them down tiny or do you leave them big?
Yeah, because we do have a limit of 10. So if you're using it for brand outreach, yeah, I hate to chime in on it because I don't use them. But I think what we've heard so far has been it varies. It varies from the smaller list that Michelle is using to the massive list that you and Sandy, Sandy says, I leave mine broad due to 10 curation limit. So, yeah. So there you have it. So, I'm not sure if the creator connections click tracking can help you with that because it's a video, so it's a little different, and you probably would already be seeing that clicks data in your regular report. So that's a little bit different. So I just wanted to clarify that for anybody who's listening to this and kind of like maybe a little lost, you know, because you are seeing clicks in our reports. In our regular reports, we can still see clicks. But in the creator connections, you're getting more data because it's a creator connections. So you're also seeing what's sold, even if it's only one. You're and you're also seeing clicks on things that, like I mentioned earlier, the reason why I brought it up is because you can see those clicks to products that you don't have content for that will probably be in an ideas list. And I guess that's considered a form of content. Loose interpretation of the word content, putting it in an ideas list. And also for those who don't know, you can't really just put a product in a curation. You can put an ideas list in a curation, although now that my brain starts hurting now too. You got 100 products plus you got ideas list too. But I'm not a seller, so or a brand, so I have a different mindset. But yeah, Cheryl, did you have something else? Because you still have your hand up. No. Okay, you put your hand down. All right. Oh,
No,
Megan,
I'm working on two computers, doing eBay and Amazon
how
at the same time, and I
how
don't know what I'm
dare
doing.
you? Tell those eBay people they have to wait for your next sale because you're listening to Logie.
I, have you ever dealt with comic book and Hot Wheels people? No.
No. Oh yeah, my grandson, he's 5. He's a Hot Wheels people.
Um, I have 10,000 of them.
He
Tell him to
probably
go
he may
go over to
have
my
no, he don't
eBay
have
store and
2,000.
he can buy all he wants.
He don't have 2,000 though, but he has a lot. But it's funny because once he started getting into the Hot Wheels, you can buy Hot Wheels anywhere, like any supermarket. You go to the CVS, they got Hot Wheels at the front counter, five for, $4 or something. Like,
And you have to watch because they're scalpers and they go and they stand there and they wait until they bring out a new box of them so they can look for the
look
specific
through
ones.
specific ones that are hot. Yeah.
I
So,
know nothing about Hot Wheels or comics. Star Trek VHS, I got it piled up, all kinds of crazy things that I'm listing. So I'm yeah, I've got two things going and I'm trying to listen, and
all right. Well, I forgive you. I forgive you.
it's
Okay.
that multiple income streams we all talk about.
Okay, great. All right, Megan, did you want to unmute because you have a
Hello. Can you hear me?
hey. Yes, I can hear you. You sound good, girl.
Oh, good. Well, I have a new headset with mic on right now. So, yeah, I was just noticing I guess when they did that initial push on the media list, to start getting everybody creating media list. So I did a few and then I started having fun with them. So I created a whole bunch more. And then I did the ones that I created on Bendable and I did them on my Amazon storefront.
Mhm.
And then I started doing on my international storefronts because I was like, I bet there's a bunch of people who would like to know, like, what are some good American movies, especially if you're in another country. So I started doing them on my international storefronts. And then I started seeing all these bounties come in, like 250, $2. I was like, what are all these bounties for? And then I was like, oh my gosh, it is for the media list. And those media lists are so easy to do, but they're starting to add up, is what I'm saying. So I think it's really
Awesome.
good because, especially on the international storefronts, because I think there's a real need for that because people want to know, because they have different stuff to watch, you know? And so they want to know, like, hey, what are people watching over there? And it seems to work.
And Michelle wants to know, are you only posting them on Amazon? Well, she said she puts them on Bendable, but is there anything else you're doing with them,
Um,
Megan?
I have a couple of blog posts that I haven't posted yet that are in the works because I'm trying to create Pinterest graphics for them so that once I do post them, I can link them to Pinterest. So that is in the works because I have it for my blog set, but I haven't done that. But yeah, just the Amazon storefronts internationally and US and Bendable so far. That's where I've been posting them.
Awesome,
Well,
awesome.
I did post. You know what I did do? I did post. I made a couple of graphics during Halloween, the month of October and November. And I did post some graphics on my Facebook shopping group to the Binnable list with a really cool graphic about what those movies and stuff were about. And that did get some click-throughs on the Facebook groups to the Binnable list.
great. Wonderful. It's such, there's, we have so many ways that we can like mix and match, especially the folks that have been around for a while. They know about Bendable and they know how Bendable can move traffic, even though, sometimes the little cashback dies down a bit, but there's still traffic moving because people are clicking, and whenever they feature you on that homepage, there's always some new users that are going to come through, and it still puts you out there. And and I do believe that some of the clicks that I see for that I mentioned earlier in my creator connections are coming from Bendable, but then there's others that I was just like, I never put it on Bendable, so I know it's not there. So yeah, we have to do a catch up about Bendable one day. So and of course Michelle wants to see how you did your graphic, and sure, I bet that's why bounties are coming from. Never thought of it. Ah, so see, you guys are getting bounties and don't even know where the bounties are coming from.
I created the graphic in Canva. I was trying to pull it up here and I'll drop it in the chat because I created a couple. So I'll just drop one of the ones I think are really fun and cute from Halloween and then y'all can see it.
Okay, great. Thank you, dear. And Doug and Cheryl are talking about eBay over in the chat. And because, we got all kinds of creators here that are thinking, we get these products, you get even the free products that you could get from Logie. You've done the video and you sold some of them. Maybe you no longer really need that product, but you haven't really like worn it out or anything. Like sell it.
I have like
And
2 rooms filled with products. It's like crazy.
yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's go back. I want to go back over because especially since uh Megan was just talking about doing graphics for Pinterest. I want to go back over here to talking about these updates that good old Amazon rolled out, and one of them is upgrade to collages. Now, here you go. I didn't know this either, that they upgraded. You can undo and redo center signaling, rotation tools while creating collages. These upgrades make it simple to experiment with layouts, perfect your design, and create scroll stopping content without starting over. Now, we all know this is not replacing Canva, right? But it's a cool thing that they're making the collages easier to navigate. So, hang on, let me get that screen share off. I have to click a button on my stream deck. So I like that. I may experiment with them. In fact, what I did with a couple of the collages that I made when we first started using the Amazon collage tool before they had the Canva integration, okay? And I thought, these are, seasonal, like one of them I think was beach pocketbooks or something like that. And some of the items, let's say it was 5 items, right? They're out of stock. So I took it over into Canva. Yay, Canva. And replaced it with some items that are in stock. And, everything was there. The layout was there and all that. I just used Canva's, the magic of Canva, to get rid of that other one that's no longer available and put in a new one. And I thought, I'll use this on Pinterest or my LTK and, you know, didn't have to reinvent the wheel. I just had to do a little Canvas stuff. Somebody's mic is turned off, and I think you want to say something. Is that you, Denise? Looks like
No. Oh,
oh,
sorry.
no, it's
I don't
okay.
know how that happened.
That's okay, dear. Did you want to talk about like how did you find out about Logie? Because you said you're on the wait list.
Yeah, I'm just now also double tasking because I just got the invite code to get in. And so now I'm setting everything up. So I appreciate the
Yeah.
help. Thank you. I don't remember
Okay.
how I found it.
Okay. So you've been on the wait list for a little
For
while.
a couple of months, I think. Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you happen to be in Kathleen Coble's group?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Then that wasn't it. Because I know one day Kathleen did a live stream and I was in the chat and then everybody started asking about Logie. How do I join Logie? And I was like, I can't, I couldn't help them because when you're on YouTube, unless you're a channel moderator, you can't post links in the chat. So anyway, just wanted to get that out there.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. All right, so the collage feature has also been updated. Now, let's see what else. All right, let's go back to Pinterest. All right.
So, Ileane, can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure. Hang on. I just don't know who it is yet because I have to. Okay, is that Francesca?
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Okay, so when you do your collages and say that you're sharing it on Facebook or Pinterest, and that of course they're always telling you to you have to make your disclaimer. Does your on your collage itself have to say earns commission?
I have not added that to my collages. Now, if that's the right answer, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I don't do. Because where you post it, all right, let's just take the case of Facebook. Okay. If you upload, let's just say you had a photo and you wanted people to buy your outfit. Do you put earns commission on that photo? I wouldn't, but according to FTC guidelines, it has to be right near the link. Okay. So the collage is just a photo,
So
right?
that say you would really need to for
Yeah.
FTC.
In my mind, I don't think you need to, but I'm not a lawyer.
I
I,
don't want to
I
get shut down.
with this, I will say I have never heard of anyone getting shut down for posting a photo that did not have the watermark or the disclaimer on the photo. It needs to be near the link. Now, I know some people may disagree with me, but I just haven't seen anybody have issues with it for photos or even a video. If that disclaimer needs to be as close as possible to the link,
Okay, so if there's a link, then it should have a disclaimer
it
with
should
the
be
link.
right after like hashtag ad or hashtag earns commission or commission earned, whatever. You know.
Okay.
Now, when I'm using LTK, LTK already says paid links on it. Pinterest is also going to add your disclaimer for you.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And Megan has posted in the chat, you guys, the link to one of her spooky movie posts that she did over on her Facebook group. Oh, I love it. I love it, Megan. You're so talented. And by the way, if you ever want to see some really cool things on Benable, check out uh, what is it? My Retail Therapy on Benable. And that's for anybody, even if you're watching in the replay, check out benable.com/my retail therapy. She's got some very cool, especially if you like travel and all that kind of stuff. Andrew said the only time it has to be noted in the photo is if it's on like a website or something where the link is hidden. So it must be at least say ad or sponsored on the caption of the photo in a website overlay or directly on the corner of a photo. Yeah, I knew somebody was going to say something different from me, and that's fine. That's why we're all together because we can't all think alike. But thank you, Andrew. Thank you for sharing your opinion on that. All right, so Pinterest, real quick. And the reason I want to talk about Pinterest is because what had happened was this was the one that the screen share did not work on. So please forgive me if you're already like, I know this Pinterest thing. Why is she showing it again? That's why. All right. Nope, I'm doing it the wrong way. Sorry. I need to do it through eCam. And then that way I don't have to worry about. There you go. So what I'm going to do here is upload a video, I think. May not go through the whole process on this one. And I'm just going to just put in any title, whatever fills in, I don't care. And here is where you add the products, okay? So now with Amazon, this new integration that Amazon now has with Pinterest, okay? You still need to have either the ASIN or the link from Pinterest. And this just happens to be an ASIN, probably not the one that is, wait a minute, that didn't work. Hang on. Should have put it on my, nope, can't do it now because the screen sharing the wrong thing. Sorry. I apologize. I did have everything set up and then, got to talking. And so I gotta make sure I'm not sharing the wrong thing. Higher. So I can go to my storefront and grab the ASIN. So honestly, this Pinterest integration, for me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. That's just my opinion. But I just at least want to share with you how it actually works. Okay. So I'm going to grab the ASIN for this product. And then I'll go back to screen share. Apologies. Get rid of that window so I don't share it by mistake. Okay, here we are. So in order for you to tag your product, you need to have either the link from Amazon or the ASIN. Now, you can put in search if you want. I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I'm trying to search for something, it doesn't bring up what I'm looking for. If your product is just that unique that it pulls it in, then there you go. That doesn't happen for me. So I'm just going to put something there. Now, if you want to, you also can add a link to the product here. But I wanted to show you the tagging, and that's what I did there. And then I'm going to choose a board, and actually I'm not going to publish it right now, but I just wanted you to see how it works. And I'll just say tomorrow at 12 p.m. That'll give me time to go in there and either delete it or, okay? So if anyone has any questions about what's going on with the whole Pinterest thing, please let me know. After going to several of their little webinars and chatting it up in their group, I will say there's also the option to pull in all of your Instagram content. Now, this is ironic, okay? I had turned that off a long time ago because I had already said, I don't want y'all to do that. Nope. But one of the top creators suggested people don't realize the connection between social and Pinterest. And so I said, okay, I'm going to try it again. No worries. So I did that. First of all, it didn't pull them all in at once. It pulled in maybe one or two things. And I was like, okay, Pinterest, y'all getting on my nerves. So that was fine. 2 weeks has gone by, then all of a sudden I go looking at Pinterest, it pulled in a whole bunch of stuff. Here's the problem. It doesn't give your pin a title. So you still got to go in there, change the title. Do you want to send people to your Instagram or are you trying to send them to Amazon? I'm not sure. It's up to you. It's your decision. Okay. I don't really want to send people to my Instagram. This is probably why I got rid of it to begin with. But but if you're trying to grow your Instagram, leave that link there as Instagram. I want to tag products and send people over to Amazon. So having that Instagram connection, to me, it was more work because now I got to go back, check on them, find out when they're getting pulled in, create a title, edit the description, change the link, and then tag the product. Why don't I just upload it from when I uploaded it to Amazon and upload it to Instagram and do all that at the same time? And I can just copy paste, copy paste. That's my experience. Anybody else want to chime in? Ijeoma, I see that you commented, and I would love, love, love if you would turn your mic on. I just realized what time it is.
Hi, Ileane.
Hi, how are you? What did you say? I didn't have a chance to read your comment.
Okay, so I said I've actually been enjoying Pinterest lately, because I've never really done it, but I took some time to really try and learn it. And I've been using PostTap to put my links in and creating pins and collages using the Canva integration and the Pinterest and Amazon integration. And once I realized I needed to add, or I could put a tracking link back to Pinterest, and I used it to accept, not used it to, I accepted some sponsored content, that pay-per-click thing. And then I created pins. And then after I realized I could put in, I had to do it, not had to, but it was easier if I did a Pinterest tracking link. I was actually able in a couple of days to track back clicks, not clicks, a click, one click from Pinterest to Amazon that resulted in a payment for the pay-per-click. So it's, my brain is still trying to put it all together, but I see the chain working for me.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm glad you said that because I did want to add, even though there was no titles on any of the things that I pulled in over from my Instagram, I did get more impressions on those than I did on the pins that I was doing manually.
Mm.
I got more impressions, but like I said, I'm not trying to drive people to Instagram. So yeah, I may have even picked up a couple followers over there, but I was like, whoop-de-doo, I don't care about growing an Instagram. That's just me. You guys have to, you know, make your choice on what you want to do. But also I think Sandy also agreed about how tedious it is and it's a lot of work. So it right now it's very cumbersome. That doesn't mean that they won't refine it. And I think they are trying to work, you know, Pinterest wants this Amazon thing to work. So I believe that Pinterest is going to try to do things to make the process smoother for us. And the fact that they even have this little group to get our feedback, I think they really want our feedback. Like they want to listen to us and find out what it is that we need in order to make the process smoother for us and to just make it make sense. So if you've got invited to the group, go over there and, maybe comment on a couple of the posts or look out for their next webinar and I'll share one. If there is one that's upcoming, I'll be sure to share it it over in the Logie group on Facebook because I think Pinterest is a great place. Don't get me wrong. It's a great place to put content. It always has been. And and it's always a long game. Similar to YouTube where it's not like you're going to put up a pin and in 2 weeks you're going to have $50. It may take 6 months before people even start clicking on your pin. So it takes patience and it takes time, but really don't create extra work for yourself. So I'm glad that Amazon is making this connection with Pinterest because their idea is to find those pins that they can promote. And that's another thing you can do too. Go over in Pinterest and see what Amazon's promoting, and guess what you do with that? Guess what you do? You click on that ad, right? Guess what you do with that? Put it on your idea list. Because Amazon's promoting a pen. Okay, that's just me. But Amazon wants to promote and they want us to spend our money on Pinterest ads. Now, I'm not advocating that, but you're putting yourself out there to be seen by Amazon on a different platform. And everything's in silos inside of Amazon, right? So the people that are looking for people on Pinterest are not the same people that are looking for people on site, right? So it is worthwhile. I wouldn't say just don't do it because it's a little tedious, but yeah, take your top stuff or take things that you think would appeal to the Pinterest audience and start there. That's my recommendation. And with that, guys, Becky said, if you use ads, don't we lose the commission? You know what? You make a good point, Becky. I forgot about that. Pinterest wants us to make ads. Amazon wants to find the people that they're going to put advertising dollars behind. Because most of the ads that I see that are from Amazon are going back to a creator. Most, not all. But this is also a good way to see who are the people that are being promoted by Amazon. And it's not always the same people that we already see on Facebook or on Instagram. It's different because, some people are not cross-platform like that. But y'all know I study the top creators. Y'all know that, right? That's why I got so many great ideas lists that people click on. That's how you find out what's over in Creative Connections. I ain't searching Creative Connections. I just search top creators. Okay. I'm giving y'all all my secrets. All righty. All right. What do you search for in Pinterest to see who is being Lisa, you can search for anything because Pinterest is full of ads and it's not just Amazon. Okay. There's every retailer has ads on Pinterest. Everyone, major and minor. So you type in anything and scroll down the page, especially if you're on desktop because you get to see more, right? You might have to spend like 2 or 3 minutes before you start seeing them on your phone. But immediately on desktop, you're going to see sponsored pins from Amazon. Immediately. Type in any search. Okay? uh, And Becky said to type in Amazon. I actually never search for Amazon. I search for, because right now outdoor furniture or outdoor living is trending. Go to Pinterest Trends, which is trends.pinterest.com. See what's trending. Click on one of those trends. It doesn't even have to be one you care about. Just click on one and you'll see the page is going to be filled with ads. It's going to be Wayfair ads, Walmart ads. Amazon is probably going to be the most ads though. Okay. Bourbon. Thanks, Doug. Just Anytime Doug can say the word bourbon, he just throws it in there. Or what's the other one? Corvette? Okay, Becky, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you come back every Friday, and I hope all of you, each and every one of you, come back every Friday. And if you're watching in the replay, especially if you got this far in the replay, make sure you leave a comment and say, hey, girl, hey. And with that, I'd like to thank the Logie team and my friend Ehud and Emmy, who's also here in the background. Thank you so very much, each and every one of y'all. Y'all are so special. And I just love being able to come together with you guys every Friday. And I will see y'all. Have a great, great weekend. And yeah, happy getting money, making money. Bye.